Let's go back to the tropics now and talk about one of the factors that can be limiting for tropical development. That's Saharan dust. And we've got a large plume that's headed southeast. Let's bring in meteorologist Kendall Smith. Kendall, good morning to you. So, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. But I was going to talk about the dust and how it can be an irritant when it mixes down at the surface.
I like what you did there.
Not that we're dealing, I think it's more of a smoky thing here in the Northeast today.
Yeah.
But a lot of this dust that we see travel through the Atlantic Basin, it's suspended a couple of miles in the atmosphere, but some of it, yeah, it can mix down. Then it becomes a problem.
That's exactly right. And so I love how you said, yeah, got a frog in your throat. That's kind of how it feels. We've been dealing with both Canadian wildfire smoke this week as well as dust from the Saharan Desert. So what better time than to talk about it? Because, of course, we are in the Atlantic hurricane season now, and dust actually plays a key role in how this all plays out for us. So when we're talking about the Saharan Desert, notice all the way out to the east. This is where that dust originates, and it travels a good 5,000 miles or so. So across the main development region, through the Caribbean Sea and into the Gulf, it does eventually arrive for us in the United States. So it peaks late June through mid-August. So this is right over the time frame where we oftentimes are, well, rather dusty. It can also act to suppress tropical activity. That's kind of a key takeaway with all of this. And so when you think about tropical systems, you need moisture, right? You need moisture to help fuel these thunderstorms. And what happens with dust is it actually helps to squelch all of that. It just essentially starves all that moisture out. So notice as we've got all that dust that's now creeping its way further and further into the Gulf as well as just off the southeast coast, this is pretty characteristic. Now, the main development region compared to average. Notice this red line, this is average in terms of our total dust coverage. 2025, we're actually running pretty much right on par, if not slightly below average. So nothing major. There have been years where we've had a lot of dust and then other years where it's not so much. But of course, when we are considering, again, the fact that this dust can travel a good 5,000 miles or so, what's so interesting about it is not only does it suppress tropical activity, but it also can make, just like Canadian wildfire smoke, our sunrises and sunsets even that much more vibrant, guys.
You had photos of this morning. For the Northeast, more so because of the wildfire smoke higher up in the atmosphere.
It was bright orange. I saw it as well. It was beautiful.
Trying to find the silver lining, and the reality is it does make the skies quite gorgeous and stunning in Florida.
Yeah.